What's up, guys? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about Nervos Network. Nervos Network are a team that I'm really excited about. It's a crypto that I'm excited about for a number of reasons. Not least of which is that I've seen marketing that makes me confident about it. I'll also briefly cover the FOMC stuff because obviously that's coming out tonight. But I'm not going to do much depth of that because I've spoken about it over the past couple of days as well. Before I get into any of this, these are the first 26 coins I spoke about on this channel. They're the first 26 coins I held when I made this channel. Had you put in $100 into each of these coins when I release videos about them, and you'd done everything wrong as an investor, you'd never sold them, you just ignored them, you'd still be in profit for around 8.8k. Doing every single possible thing wrong because they were good goddamn picks. But then, if you'd have done everything right, if you'd have sold these coins last year when the markets were absolutely rocketing up, you could have made 123 grand. That is the difference between doing the right thing and the wrong thing. Staggeringly high. Now, I sold these off. These are not the coins I own. If you want to see the coins I own, go read copymycrypto.com. It's where I share my entire portfolio. Every coin I buy, every coin I sell. We have beginner's tutorials so that anyone can get in. We've got thousands of members. A lot of them have never invested in crypto or anything. So these tutorials run through everything. I deep dive these markets on a daily basis, always looking for great cryptos. I get in on the cryptos I think have the best potential to do massive gains. I do the research. I tell you why I'm getting in on them. It saves you all the hassle. You can copy along. And when I find the next Phantom, instead of doing a Udemy course like I did last time about Phantom, I'm just going to go on the site and tell the members, guess what, guys? I think this is the big gainer. I'm getting in on this. If you want to learn about the next big crypto that's going to explode in the next bull cycle, go read the site. The link is in the description. Nervos Network. So, you'll see by the title, I think this can rocket up. I think we've got about 33x potential here. Or 30x potential, I suppose. Nervos is, if you're unfamiliar, right? Open source, public blockchain ecosystem and collection of protocols. So the Nervos common knowledge base is the layer 1 proof of work public blockchain protocol. It allows any crypto asset to be stored with the security, immutability, and permissionless nature of Bitcoin while enabling smart contracts. So it's got the security of Bitcoin's blockchain, but the smart contract functionality of Ethereum with layer 2 scaling. Now, I actually think Nervos have really planned this out well. Look at the amount of VCs that are in on this. Blockchain Capital, Polychain, CMS, Dragonfly, Electric, Hashkey, Huobi, One Confirmation, Multicoin. There's a reason. There's a reason, right? Now, Nervos, like I said, hugely secure. Miners are going to start going to Nervos for a number of reasons, not least of which is I think it will be immensely profitable. Of course it will. Right now it's cheap. It's only got 110 million market cap. I think this can reach several billion. That's why I'm saying 10 cents. They've already got a grants program. The grants program was created to obviously push innovation, push development of the ecosystem within Nervos. So there are 3 rounds to the grant proposals, but people can get in and start building. You have to incentivize developers to come. You have to. Now, in terms of grants, there's no specific upper or lower limit to any grant. And I like that. If they think a potential project has huge potential, then guess what? They'll pay. They'll give more money. I like that. That's what I want to see. I want to see people giving money out if a project's worthy. And when we look at Nervos' partners and ecosystem, it's already grown pretty damn well. You've got to bear in mind, Nervos has not been around that long. Not at all. When we look at Nervos, all-time charts, yeah, all the way back to, but just back to 2019, and it back end of 2019. Been up and running really only for a couple of years. And already we've got a ton of different, ton of different infrastructures. We've got NFT and gaming up and running. They've got explorers. They've got the communities. They've got a multitude of wallets. They've got tons of tooling, and they've got tons of business partners and investors. And then obviously a litany of mining pools. But one thing I want to see is growth to gaming. I want to see growth to DeFi. DeFi ecosystem needs to boom here. It's well underutilized right now. I want to see a massive push for Nervos on DeFi. Nervos has got time. It's got a couple of years before the next bull cycle, right? So what I would want to see is Nervos getting that DeFi ecosystem booming. So get some lending protocols, lending and borrowing protocols, get some DEXs up and running, get this going. Because they are marketing exceptionally well. I've been watching them. They've had constant adverts on YouTube. I've seen tons of little banner ads knocking about. I've seen Nervos properly pushing in terms of advertising. And their team have got a good reputation with core developers from and co-founders of T-Hour.fm. Another co-founder worked at IBM Silicon Valley's lab. They've got a good history. All of them. And I'm optimistic that this can actually do something. Potentially, this could end up exploding if they market this well and if they can really grow. But they have got to grow that DeFi section. So the DeFi section right now is just is invisible. It's not there. So that has to grow. Gaming could do with growing as well. So they do need an incentivization push. But what I like here, and this is simple from a business perspective, right? I love the fact that I'm seeing proper pushes on advertising, which you don't really see from a number of crypto projects, and that tends to be their downfall. I also like the fact that they have got a growing ecosystem. Still, it's a way away from where it should be, but it's not too bad. They've got proper security because it's built based on Bitcoin's code. They've got scaling solutions and smart contract functionality with layering solutions. So they've got good throughput. Overall, I think there's a lot here to like. And I think right now it's probably quite undervalued. And I do think this can drop even more. You got to remember, with the lower the market cap of the respective crypto you're talking about, the more it can drop in price. Because, like, as an example with the FOMC meeting today, if they did a 1% hike, markets would tank, right? Now, the blue chips, your Bitcoins, your Ethereums, all of them, they might drop 5%, 10%. But the smaller cryptos are going to drop 20%, 30%. So there's still potentially more downside for Nervos Network, which provides really good entry points. Excuse me. Now, I will say this. If they don't grow their DeFi, if they don't grow their gaming, their success will be more limited. Way more limited. But if they can grow well, this has got a hell of a shot of some seriously good gains. they have to continue an advertising push. They have to continue an incentivization push for developers. Developers have to be flocking there. And if they can get that right, this could do really well. It could do some damage next bull cycle. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And if you are a returning viewer, hit the subscribe button. I want to get down to 70% of returning viewers that haven't subscribed. And then I want to get to 0. But let's get to 70% first. So if you're a returning viewer, hit the subscribe button. It helps the channel immensely. And guys, if you want to see the coins I own, go read copymycrypto.com. It's where I share my entire portfolio, every coin I buy and every coin I sell. We've got tutorials in place within the site. Guys, I deep dive these markets. If you want to find out which coins I'm in and why I'm in them, you just have to go read that site. I get in on these coins that I believe will do huge gains based on their solid fundamentals. And when I find another phantom, I will go onto that site, I will tell the members I'm buying it up, and I will buy it up. And you can get in on a crypto at the ground floor that is going to be one of the next big gainers. So go check it out, guys. Go read that site. Everything's verifiable as well because it's all on the YouTube history. And guys, fundamentally, look, we are in FOMC meeting. By the time this comes out, it'll be about maybe an hour or two before, excuse me, before the FOMC meeting. And just remember, if you're trading, just be careful out there. There is enormous volatility on these days. Be careful with leverage. Be careful with every position that you're getting in on. That first couple of minutes at 2 p.m. Eastern Time when the report comes out about the meeting, there'll be huge volatility. The press conference will have enormous volatility like always as well. So just be careful. Don't put yourself at risk. Understand if there's 0.5% interest rate hikes, the market's going to rally like crazy. If there's a full percent interest rate hikes, the market's going to tank. If there's 75 basis points, we're probably staying roughly where we are, sideways movements, because they're probably priced in. I'm sure there'll be drops, there'll be rises, but what will probably end up happening with the 75 basis point hike is by the end of the day, most things will close sideways with a few percent fluctuations here and there. But just be safe out there if you're trading, guys. And that is it from me. Take it easy, folks. Bye-bye.